Okay, let's talk about this 0, 1, and -1 issue again, but from a different perspective. So I have here what looks like a big block of sound, but if I zoom way in, you'll see that it's not a big block of sound. It is a perfect sine wave. Now, a sine wave is our most simple sound. It's our most basic sound. It sounds like this. Okay, most basic sound. Now, it's perfectly going up and down, crosses over the 0 line perfectly, because this was mathematically created. I did not record this. So I want to show you how a sine relates to this 0, 1, -1. If you remember back to your math classes, a sine, S-I-N, which is what this is based off, it's basically a circle. And this waveform is a circle. It doesn't look like a circle. But this is what happens to a circle when you have to distribute it out over time, right? Circles and time don't line up very well. So what we have to do is kind of take it and kind of twist it like that. And this is how we do it. So let me just show it to you as a circle. Okay, so here's a circle. Let's say we call this line through its middle axis as 0. Okay, so we're going to put a 0 on both sides. This line, we're going to say, is 1. And this line, we're going to say, is -1. Or the other end of the same line. So, if I had to distribute the circle out over time, what I would do is I would start at, I could start anywhere, but let's start here. Okay, so I'm going to say this point is 0. Then I'm going to go to 1. Then I'm going to go to 0 again. Then I'm going to go to -1. And then I'm going to go to 0 again. That's the path we take around the circle. So if I go look at my waveform, what I'm doing here is 0, -1. So I'm going backwards in this case. Let's go to right here. Okay, so 0 to 1. Now this is a little short of 1, but we'll come back to that later. Let's say this is 1. 0, 1, 0, -1, 0. So it's the same thing through here. So this would be called one phase of the sine wave, or one cycle of the sine wave. It goes from 0 to 1 to 0 to -1 to 0. So that makes a circle, and we call that a sine wave. Now, circles and sine waves are good. They are pure sounds, they are clean, they are simple. Now, there's another thing that this 1 and -1 represent here, and that is our peak volume. We cannot go above 1. 1 is our maximum volume. Okay, so when we talk about volume in audio programs, most of the time, we're talking about 1 as our peak. So our volume is always going to be a decimal point. It's going to be 0.9. Would be pretty loud, right? Because that's going to be near 1. If we hit 1, depending on the software, that can be okay. But if we go past 1, we overload the system, and we generally get distortion out of it. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. In fact, let's talk more about that right now, but let's go to a new video to do it.